Good evening to DeFiChain News on the 1st May 2024. The news show that provides you with the latest updates on DeFiChain project. If you like the show, then let's go crazy on the like button. It wakes up the algorithm and helps the project. Subscribe and click the bell button. And for sure, stay until the end because we will discuss the next shows and dates. Afterwards, we also have some time to answer your questions, so please put them here in the chat. But before we start now with the headlines, I would like to welcome my co-moderator and expert of DeFiChain, Lord Mark. Welcome back to DeFiChain News. We hardly missed you last week, but we had a good kind of proxy. Pushy jumped in and covered your part.
Thank
How
you
are
very
you?
much. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm happy to be back. Thanks a lot. Had a great time in Japan. Enjoyed Kobe beef that evening when you and Pushy did the show. So thanks a lot for helping out here. It's always really good to have somebody covering here. But I was really happy not to come online in the middle of the night, especially
Okay.
Japan is an hour earlier, so it would have been 1 o'clock in the morning. I think my wife wouldn't have appreciated it if I do the news show while she tries to sleep next to
in the
me
hotel room.
in the hotel room. And the internet was really horrible, to be honest, because we were recording a couple of videos for Sphere and it was a complete disaster. So they were great. They brought me the next morning. They brought me a router to the room. They said, "Okay, yeah, so sorry, the internet is bad," but it was still really, really, really bad. So I think you wouldn't have had a good time with me on a news show. So that was the technical part. Beside that, it was really cool not to be online, to be
Cool.
honest. So thanks a lot.
Yeah, then welcome back. We have a couple of headlines for today and also an amazing thumbnail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like always, the thumbnail gallery is absolutely outstanding.
Okay, let's start. Headline for today, Future of DeFiChain News. We will talk about what's behind it. Then we have MetaChain updates, like every week, also notable mentions, community project and their updates and the future dates. Yeah, so amazing thumbnail. Back to the future or a future of DeFiChain news in our case. Mark, tell us what is happening.
Yeah, we think I don't know, is it good news, is it bad news? I don't know. I've got a bit mixed feelings. We've seen kind of mixed
Me
reactions.
too.
We decided a couple of months ago that actually it's time for a new chapter. So me and DC, we've been doing this for 3 years now, and we've done 100. This is the 147th show in English, and we've done the same amount in German, and we've done a dozen of We Build DeFi shows, fireside chat, tech talks. I think altogether easily 350 shows over the last 3 years. What is, I think, very respectable. DC, congratulations. I think if you wouldn't have joined me from the very beginning, I wouldn't have done it for sure for 3 years, but you were always like a big inspiration for me. And we also have to acknowledge DC was actually the guy who did a lot of the heavy lifting, like pulling all the data together and all the information. So without DC, this would have never been possible. And we had a great time, and I think the focus shifted a little bit over time. Like at the beginning, me and DC were kind of the connector between the core development team and the community. And it was not so easy to get information from the core team at the beginning. All right, they were building the chain, there was liquidity mining, there was upgrades and stuff, and that I was very well connected to the team, and DC was very knowledgeable in all the technical topics, so I think we are a fantastic team to do this. But now that DeFi MetaChain was launched and a lot of projects are there, and the projects doing their own marketing and they're doing a lot of own videos, and there's a lot. X became very important on DeFi chain. At the beginning, right? It was you and me on YouTube, and that was the channel to go to if you wanted to know what's going on DeFi chain. But now there's so much stuff out there. There's now the DeFiChain Labs team. They do a tech sync. Prasanna is doing a tech sync now on a regular basis with the community developers out there. So there's also information flow ongoing. And we said, guys, don't be mad at us, but after 3 years we don't want to say we've got enough, but I think it's time to step back and let things go a new way. That doesn't mean that DeFiChain news is dead forever, and we really want to say we are still here to stay. I shift focus. I'm involved heavily in Sphere with my two co-founders. DC is also part as a advisor in Jeff's sphere, and he's doing his DeFiChain analytics dashboard still. So he's around and he's got a big followership on X. So he's gonna be available, but we're not gonna sit here on Wednesday and do the news show anymore. We're also not gonna do tech talks and faster chats anymore. So we make space for maybe somebody new here. So if you feel that you want to do the DeFiChain news, could be that you only do the English one, then reach out to Ewald. Ewald is like the guy who is in the background. He's in control of the YouTube channels as well, and he's gonna do a selection for the German, for the English one. Maybe it's the same person, maybe it's a group of people, maybe it's completely different people. Yeah, feel free to propose a new format. Feel free to propose yourself as a new character to do this. Maybe you're even better than me and DC in English, right? We are native speakers. We sound
I hope
sometimes
so.
quite funny, right? So we tried our best this year. I think you did a great job here with me. But yeah, it's not goodbye. It's just only goodbye for the news show, how it was, right? Yeah, maybe a refresher would be fantastic. So if you wanna come in, if you wanna do it better than we've done, we are very happy to assist. We are very happy with, how can I say it, to advise or to support you at the beginning. Yeah, it's all fine, right? There's an Italian news show is there. There's a Turkish there. There was for some time, there was a Russian channel. He gave up, unfortunately. But yeah, come in. You get full support from the team and create something new. So, having said this, that's the update of DeFiChain news. New chapter, like we say. Not an ending,
Correct.
just a change. Yo.
I think that's really important. It should be a new chapter, new persons, new inspiration, new formats. We said it in German. We shifted slightly or slowly, but surely from DeFiChain core development to MetaChain projects and updates. And maybe now it's time for a new person to change everything, make another format. Maybe not every week, maybe every 2 weeks, more focused on specific MetaChain project. Whatever you have in mind, feel free to do it. You can do it better than we, because we started as DeFiChain News and we remained here as DeFiChain News team. And this should be the new chapter, that someone out there take over the part and moves to the next big thing, MetaChain and the projects. I think that's more the focus. You mentioned that I'm collecting the information. Thank you, but that was not the whole time. If you remember, at the beginning, it was slightly different because you in Singapore contacted a lot of the core developers directly and collected the information, and then we presented the information. And with the shift, the responsibility shifted, or the work shifted from you to me, but it was not always the same.
I think it was great. It was great teamwork. Anyway, and the most fun, or maybe the saddest part, is for the people who don't know that yet, me and DC never met in real life. So we've been doing this for 3 years, but because I'm in Asia, DC is in Germany. We've never done it.
It will happen.
There will be a time when we're gonna meet. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yo,
I think that's all. 3 years. 3 years will be next week. That's why we decided next week is the last show, so that we really complete 3 whole years. We started 12th, 15th of May 2021, around this, and then it's complete, the 3 years, and time to let the next one covering DeFiChain here.
It's gonna be interesting. Then we're gonna sit with popcorn there and enjoy the show, hopefully there's gonna be a continuation. I would really appreciate if somebody else picks up on the ball and does something that is not gonna die here now like the dinosaurs. So much about the DeFiChain news updates. Let's talk about the other stuff.
Right, then we shift to MetaChain news show. Give us an update. What happened on MetaChain and the project?
Yeah, little disclaimer like always. So everything what we tell you here about the projects, do your own research. This is not financial advice. Do your own analysis. A lot of these projects are very well known. Some of these projects are maybe new and the team is not even known yet to the community. So really do your own research. This is not a stamp of approval. I can vouch for my own project, but all the other projects, be careful. Even don't take my word. Do your own research. Very important. Let's start with Chefsphere. We had an amazing token launch over the last couple of weeks. This was done in 3 steps. First invite only, done in 2 public phases. The last phase was going a little bit longer as planned. At the beginning, tokens were sold out like in seconds or minutes. The last phase was open a little bit longer. We reduced the USD participation there and limited it at the end to DFI and USDT Tether. We raised 6.6 million DFI. We raised 275,000 Tether and 5.7 million USD. This is all used for the liquidity bootstrapping in the near future. This was not an ICO. This is very important. 74 people got an Infinity Pass. So what's the Infinity Pass? Infinity Pass gives you a couple of more possibilities and more utility on Chefsphere. 74 people had to invest over $5,000 to get an Infinity Pass. So there's a nice group now who owns the Infinity Pass and can be looking forward to a lot of new utility and features. Then what's next? People say, of course, okay, that was a cool event, but now what's gonna happen? So liquidity bootstrapping. First of all, we have some outstanding airdrops. People are waiting for that. People are asking. Yes, we know. Airdrops and the bonuses and the referral commissions, everything's going to be distributed the next couple of days. We're working on that already. And then the DEX and SEX listings going to start in May. That enables people to trade the Chef token, or people who haven't got their hands on the Chef token during the community distribution are then able to buy it on Vanilla Swap or on a centralized exchange. We're gonna announce a little bit later what the centralized exchange is gonna be. What's following after then? On the 19th of June, the product's gonna start. StateX Chef and Cryo Chef gonna get gonna go live, and then you can stake your Chef tokens and you can freeze your Chef tokens, and and the vesting starts for the people who bought it in the community distribution. That's very important. Until then, we're building and tidying up what we started already. And then in Q3, the leverage booster, one of the products that I think a lot of people are waiting for, where you can leverage your D tokens and crypto on Chefsphere, is gonna go live. If you want to know a little bit more about the next steps, there was a YouTube video that Sebastian and me did that was, I think, was published last night on YouTube, or you find the link on X, and we're going to put it in the show notes. Check it out, then you know everything what's going on the Chefsphere. Good. So much about Chefsphere. Let's switch to MacMo NFTs and DataGround. Also a person who's been in the news show for quite a while. There was also a really interesting video from Lars Berger, a German video, where they did an interview about, what is MacMo's doing and what is the background about DataGround and all these things. Links gonna be in the show notes, of course. Seahorse, really interesting project, a little bit unknown. I mean, the team is completely unknown. There haven't been any DEX, any X spaces so far. There is no Telegram communication. They verified finally their smart contracts. So I don't want to bash the project. The team is not doxed yet. We don't know who the team is, right? So do your own research.
Correct.
The product is cool. The functionality is awesome. But we don't know who these people are. So maybe a call out to the Seahorse team. I know you want to be anonymous, but I think if you want to grow quickly on DeFi Meta Chain, it would be highly appreciated if you step in front of the curtain and let us know who you are. That's just the story, how it goes. We know there are anonymous projects, but most crypto projects out there are actually the founders or the developers are known. So if you want to grow faster, I think that would be a really appreciated next step from you guys. I haven't met them, so no idea who they are. They did an adjustment on the collateral factor for the MicroStrategy. The calculation, I think, was like 70%. Now it's 18%, so the DEX fee for the USD is included now. So if you have if you are borrowing or lending MicroStrategy, yeah, check that out if you are affected by that change. I think that's very important. Crypto Factor, another product here or another project here on the DMC that is in full swing. They've done a lot of things. They're gonna offer DFI staking now on DMC. You will get a CDFI for your DFI that you can stake. So that's going to be really interesting to see how that works, especially in a decentralized environment. That master nodes, setting up master nodes decentralized, really interesting. Really looking forward to that. Check it out. Link's going to be in the show notes. And yeah, they are working in full swing. They even have, I think, their first kind of customer, because we're going to talk about the next project now pretty soon in the planned project section, and so all the things are coming together. So Crypto Factor, cool story. Really looking forward how
Very
much.
active
Yeah,
on
very
X.
active, and
Follow,
they
follow
bring,
them.
yeah, and they bring new products into the system. So really, really awesome. First project here on DeFi MetaChain, million pixel DFI DC.
Yep.
1 million pixel is sold on a virtual, how do you say, like it's a screen or like a painting. Everybody can participate. Put your logo up there. Pretty cheap at the moment. I think 1 pixel is 1 DFI or 1 DUSD. 38 pictures are placed already on the wallpaper. It's growing. OctaDeFi was the last addition to the wallpaper. Really nice. It's still growing. Super simple application. I love it. It's so simple that it's already genius. And they sold a lot of pixels already. So I hope they're going to continue. And guys, if you want to be there forever, it's your time to shine. Go on there, buy a couple of pixels, put your logo there. Behind every logo is a link. I think it's an awesome use case. Really nice, playful way to put yourself up there for eternity. So now a planned project. This project was normally always in the community project updates, but the DEX trading team decided to launch their own token. It's going to be called DTL, and also a privilege club. So what they want to do, they plan a pre-sale of the token in 3 stages, mid of June. So another token is seeing the light of day on DeFi MetaChain. And what can you do after that? Secure high APR staking. So staking is going to be possible. What they write, yield farming is going to be real yield from transactions and trading profits. So I think their main idea is actually that they say they are really cool. They know how to trade on the DEX. Now they want that people can participate in their success. Really interesting. Maybe some copy trading. I don't know exactly what's gonna be there. I'm really looking forward, and I'm sure they're gonna tell us more in the near future. It's gonna be a utility token, as I understand that, and yeah, token sale is gonna come pretty soon. And then there's gonna be an exclusive member club for the DTM DEX Trading Masters participants. Early access, priority access to workshops, reduced fees, and so on and so on. So a lot of utilities coming there. Check that out. I'm sure Alex and his team is gonna give us a lot of updates on Twitter, YouTube, wherever in the near future. UDC, that's it for the DeFi MetaChain.
Really interesting, especially the new project. They also want to provide a trading wallet. Don't know how it will look like.
Yeah, cool. Absolutely.
Will be interesting. And then, with the fees and all the collected DTL token, they pay a real yield. So we see the focus is more towards this real yield approach. And looking forward how it works there. Cool. Then we jump to the next category, notable mentions. Do we have something to talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there was some really good news coming out of Singapore last Thursday. There was the court hearing, and the judge said he is dismissing Yusin's winding up application against Cake DeFi. So Cake DeFi is here to stay. The company is not going to be closed. Everybody's still got a job there. He said the company is a thriving enterprise of high value, and he sees no reason why he should close the company. He also said Yusin seems to have looked for a quick fix. Instead of finding somebody to buy his shares, he wanted to close the company, so he strongly dismissed this application. This is in that way good news that now the discussion between Yusin and Julian is kind of taking out of Cake. They, as the shareholders, have to discuss how they're gonna find an agreement. So hopefully they're gonna sort this out in the near future. But Cake is not affected, and that's really important. Why is this important? Because Cake's a big player of DeFiChain. There are a ton of masternodes on DeFiChain. A lot of people are staking on Cake. That means don't worry, all is sorted out. Cake's here to stay. As it seems, Julian is gonna continue to be the CEO there, and he was tweeting also quite a lot that he's here upwards and onwards, building new products. So I hope this gives a lot more security and certainty for people out there, because a lot of said maybe Cake's gonna be closed, it's gonna be dramatic for DeFiChain. No, this is not gonna happen. I think that's good news. So then another exchange listed DFI, and they're gonna list the version of DFI for the DeFi Meta chain. The exchange is going to be CoinStore here in Singapore. Why is this great? Because it gives you easier access to DeFi Meta chain. So no way through the Light Wallet, and from Light Wallet to MetaMask, and from MetaMask on DMC. Now you can buy DFI directly or sell however you want to do it on CoinStore, and then it's so much easier just to swap it on vanilla swap on the DEX, for example, into JeffSphere, into CryptoFactor, into Vanilla, into all the tokens that are going to be launched there. So it makes it so much easier. That's really good news. And also makes it easier for other projects who are on DeFi Meta chain maybe to list on CoinStore, as well as DFI is integrated there already. That was very important. Then there's going to be a community space with a project spotlight CrowdSwap. This is going to taking place on the 2nd of May, 2 o'clock Central European time. This is 8 o'clock Singapore time. Yeah, most likely what's going to happen next. CrowdSwap is this bridge between different blockchains that should enable easier access also to DeFi Meta chain. Looking forward what they're going to tell us there. So much about the notable mentions this year.
Yeah, thanks for covering it. Then normally we have the community project and the updates here, and today it's empty because the regular guest, DEX Trading Live, now moved to MetaChain, and no one else had an update on classical good old one projects. Exactly. Then we jump over future dates.
Yeah.
What's next?
Last news show that we do. Maybe there might be many, many more. Next Wednesday. What we're gonna do, we don't know yet. Most likely we're gonna cover some news. Maybe we're also gonna do something else. I've got no freaking idea yet. If there are ideas, leave us a comment in the show notes. What's happening also, there's a fireside chat planned with Lars Berger. Hopefully we can record this on the weekend, and then we're gonna broadcast this next week. That's it. And then that's the
today,
end, at least as we know it, for the DeFiChain news show. Let's see what's going to happen in the near future.
Yeah. Thanks, Mark, for covering all the topics and information. Then we still have a couple of minutes for everyone watching it live. Put your question, comment here in the chat. Everyone else, thanks for watching it. Give us a like, and see you next week here on the channel with the news show.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So guys, who hasn't left a like here, you are very welcome to do so. It helps the show and it helps the project, like we always say. Let's see who is here. Christian is here.
Sure.
Like always. I think Christian has been here every show. I can't remember where there wasn't a show, but Christian wasn't here. Ferd is here. Happy Labor Day. Tarek is here. Hello all. Yo, Christian says, a little bit sad, but next week we will have a big farewell party. Thank you both. See you maybe next month's Chef's Fear News show. Thanks for the last 3 years. My English is much better thanks to you. These are very kind words, Christian. They make me very emotional. I think it was
Thank you.
really fun to have Christian here all the time. It was like
Yeah.
first comment, Christian. Christian was always here. We really enjoyed it. And I have to say, it was really nice to have you on the German and then on the English. Really appreciate the time that you took to listen to us in our broken English here. Well, Christian also says no one could top you both. Too much, Christian. I'm sure there are some people out there who can do it as well. Ferhat says, I've met you both. I've met you both in real. That's right, yeah. We haven't met, but we've met Ferhat. That's absolutely true. Yeah, we haven't met. Maybe this summer, DC, when I come to Europe, then we have to make that happen in some way. Dark says, feels like yesterday. Hopefully we get to celebrate all together in the near future for DeFiChain success and get exclusive shows from you guys. Yeah, there will be for sure some video material in the near future on the Jeff's Fear channel or whatever. We're gonna be here to stay. We're not leaving DeFiChain, right? We are not leaving, like they say in the Wolf of Wall Street. Last news show. Thanks all for the news show. Yeah, last news show is next week, Philip. One more time, we're gonna rock the show here with you all together. Really looking forward. What we're gonna do there, I don't know. Maybe the same what we've done for 3 years.
Maybe. We will see. We will talk on Monday morning, like every week. Exactly. What are we doing in the news show?
I know the title already. Last and final news show. That's what we're gonna do. We always have to discuss what's the title on Monday, DC, right?
Yep. Sometimes very easy and sometimes very hard.
It was really difficult because, and then so much happened. It was always Monday, no idea.
And sometimes the wrong title, because on Tuesday something happened.
Oh my God.
It was a great time, really feeling a little bit sad to close this kind of chapter and make the place free for someone else. But I think it's a good time to do it.
Timing is right. Timing is really right.
Good. Cool. Then no
further questions. Thanks for the nice words. Thanks for leaving us all the likes in 3 years, guys. That's it for today. Famous last words for today.
See you next week.
See you next week. Absolutely. Have a good evening and bye-bye.